Okay, we have a different wheel and different lug nuts. Isn't that, oh, and there, oh, isn't that special? Now, have you seen an MPI? Okay, well, I'm going into it. So this is the welcome screen when I get to the repair order that deals with this vehicle. It's got customer's name and their vehicle information, who the service advisor is, who the technician is, that would be me. So now I'm going to assign it to me. The car's never been here before according to the history. And as I'm doing this, I'm looking at everything that I see that gives me information about, say, the life of the car or where it's at or what's going on. I have a routine. I try to do it the same way every time. And the reason for that is you don't want to forget to tighten the lug nuts or do something that's going to cause a safety issue. So the way I do it is I always start in the same place and I end in the same place. And when you take the lug nuts off, a lot of people, when they go to put them back on, will put them all on. I don't. I put one on until I'm ready to tighten them. Okay, we have a different wheel and different lug nuts. Isn't that, oh, and there, oh, isn't that special? So we have one wheel that's different than the others, and the lug nuts are all a specific type of lug nut. I don't really want to put this on the front of the car. We're going to call the service advisor and appraise him of this situation and see what he wants to do. I like to rotate them first and then measure them. That way I'm giving them the measurements on the axle that it's actually on. The front tires on this one are at 7/32. The rear tire, that's the right size, is at 8/32. So we're going to put it on the front so that it wears down, because the front wears faster than the rear. So they'll wear more evenly. So yeah, we drain the oil out. On Nissan, it's about every 5,000 miles. We have bulk oil from Nissan. So we have a machine that attaches to a giant tank outside. And so we can pump the appropriate amount of oil into the engine. So I'm going to raise it back up. We're going to set the tire pressures because that's something we do every time. A lot of people think that because it says on the tire max pressure 60 psi, that's what you should set it at. No, that's the maximum safe pressure for that tire. You don't want to do that because then what happens is the tire actually makes a dome shape and it'll wear the center out faster. If you have not enough, then it makes concave and wears the outers faster. So they've done all kind of extensive research to decide what the correct tire pressure is. So you want to set it to that. Except that you don't really want to, because that is the cold tire pressure. To get to cold tire pressure, the car has to be sitting for 3 hours. We don't usually have that luxury. They've just driven in from the other side of town. They're here, the tires are hot. So we have to assume that they're going to cool off, and when you cool off, pressure goes down. So we try to set it 1 psi too high. So if it's 33, I usually set it at 33.9. That's just, you're close. And understand that every tool that we have is an approximate estimation of what the actual pressure is. They're none of them 100% accurate. We're going to test the battery capacity and see how good or bad the battery is. People like to know such things. And this is what we see. And it says good battery. It tells you the specifics of what the battery is doing. It's rated at 550 cold cranking amps. It measured at 582. So it's actually better than what the rating is. That's good. It's a good battery. So we don't have to do anything else. If it said bad battery replace, I would send the results to the printer and print that sheet and attach it to the repair order so that they would have documentation that it was actually a bad battery. And down here is all the things it wants me to inspect that I've already been inspecting as I'm just looking at the car, because I've done this so many thousands of times. Fortunately for us, everything's already green checked. And if I see an issue, then I come along and red check it. Fail state inspection for that tire to be a different size. That fog lamp does fail state inspection. Your right front fog light is shattered and does fail state inspection, so I'll be putting in a recommendation for that. We'll have to replace the entire fog light so that it will pass state inspection. See, it shows you the different stages. That's when it's first dispatched to me. That's when I'm looking at it. That's when I've recommended something and they're waiting on approval. And that's when they've either approved it or not, and I'm in repair. And that's when we're finished with it. When I start doing the MPI, it goes to inspection automatically. The MPI is the inspection, not a state inspection and multi-point inspection. So there is a slight difference in the two. We're doing both on this one. All right, so we've changed the oil and the filter. We've checked and topped off the washer fluid, set the tire pressures, rotated the tires as we could. Now I'm gonna put back, this is an important step. Technicians, put the wheel lock key back where it was.